And more positive news, one of the most evil companies in gaming, Electronic Arts, is trying to do their best to stay on the side of the gamers. With prices rising for Nintendo as well as Xbox, EA has recently came out and said they will not be raising prices on their video games. Publisher developer EA has confirmed that it has no plans to raise the price of its games, even as the likes of Microsoft and Nintendo jump to $80. Addressing investors in its latest financial call, CEO Andrew Wilson said the company's focus was to deliver incredible quality and exponential value for its player base. That's debatable. Such as his hit co-op adventure Split Fiction, which is now sold 4 million copies. Shout out to them. I read that they're on pace to sell double of what's expected, but Split Fiction for EA is an anomaly. It's not the normal, okay? Shout out to them, but let's not act like this is the norm. In terms of pricing power, our business is very different today than it was 10 years ago, Wilson explained. In a world where everything we did 10 years ago was about selling shiny discs and plastic boxes at retail shelves, well, that's still a part of our business. It's a significantly smaller part of our business, and we now have pricing that represents everything from free-to-play all the way to deluxe editions and beyond. At the end of the day, whether we're doing something that costs $1 or we're doing something that costs $10 or we're doing something that costs $100, our objective is always to deliver incredible quality and exponential value for our player base, said Wilson. And what we discovered over the course of its time is when we can marry the quality and value together, our business is strong, resilient, and continues to grow. From a guidance perspective, we have reflected no changes in our current pricing strategy at this point. Now, this sounds like, oh, good news from EA CEO. They're really looking out for the consumer. I feel like that's how most people are going to read this article. But, you know, here on the stream, we like to dig a little deeper. And I'm just going to present a question. I'm going to present a situation, a hypothetical. What if EA CEO Andrew Wilson didn't raise the price of their games to $80 because deep down this nigga knew he couldn't? Madden's not worth $80. It's an annual football game that sucked since Madden 05, in my opinion. You niggas can get mad. That doesn't mean that there hasn't been a good Madden. In every once in a while, they'll sprinkle in a good one. But in my opinion, the downfall of Madden started with QB Vision in Madden 05.
It's rough out here, so you are really...
There's no NBA Live, and the last few ones were ass. FIFA, from what I pay attention a little bit what's going on in that FC community, they don't seem to really like that game. College football was cool. It had a moment, but I think that had more to do with nostalgia. I don't know if people are willing to pay $80 to $90 every year to play that shit. NHL is all right. Yeah, but nobody cares about the hockey community. So I say, what if you couldn't raise the price of your game because wasn't nobody gonna buy that shit anyway? I think if they raise the price to $80 to $90 on an annual football game, I think some people will buy it, but I also think it would turn a lot of people off. Yeah, FC is fucking up supposedly the best time of the year. Supposedly. I hate FC. I just don't think their catalog is strong enough for them to raise the price, and they know that. Oh, and then let me tell you another one. Me personally, I didn't think the game was as bad as reviews put it out to be. I thought it was like a 6, 7. But I have to be honest about what the general consensus was on Dragon Age Veilguard. You couldn't charge $80 for that game because nobody wanted it. So if we look at their current catalog, it's just not strong enough, and he knows it. So what I'm trying to get at, you kind of just cooked EA. They fucking suck. So what I'm getting at is, don't fall for this shit. They're trying to look like we love our customers. Yeah, all right. Wait till they get cocky. If they would have dropped 3 Split Fictions in the same year, next year games would have been $80. They don't have the grounds, the content, the catalog to do this. But if their catalog gets stronger at any point, trust and believe there will be an article. You know, we've decided, since we just got 3 9s out of 10s in a row this year, we're feeling like the quality of our games have really stepped up. So we're going to be raising the price next year. And the next year they go back to dropping dog shit.
I can say that because I'm black, even if you don't agree what you gonna do about it, nigga.
Yo, shout out to Web Slinging with the subs. Appreciate it. This new Battlefield has to hit. Them fumbling Star Wars deal was one of the biggest fumbles in gaming history. Oh yeah, Battlefield's coming out. That needs to hit, and there's no guarantee for that. That's always a 50-50 because even if the game is good, Battlefield tends to always launch in a very shaky place. The servers don't be working and shit. It be crashing, blue screening. So even still, Battlefield is not guaranteed. I think the next heavy hitter for EA is probably Star Wars, the next Star Wars Jedi, whatever it's called. And that Star Wars turn-based game, because that's made by Respawn 2. BioWare's working on the next Mass Effect, but I don't think that's coming out anytime soon. But even Battlefield's like a 50-50. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, Andrew Wilson, shut the fuck up, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about? Also, other news, Nintendo may record video and audio from the game chat sessions on Switch 2. I was talking about this when they announced it. For those unaware, there will be built-in game chat, as well as you can get a $50 webcam to play for games with, and your friends can like see you. I predicted people was gonna be whipping out their dick and showing their titties while playing Mario Kart and shit. Niggas was gonna be freaked out on Mario Kart. Mario Kart freaked out Fridays. I predicted it. I'm letting y'all know, don't do that shit. Not only because it's nasty, but I already read this one. Rumors are saying Nintendo will be recording, so don't be surprised if you participate. It's gonna be in Atlanta and Houston. If you participate in the Atlanta Mario Kart Freaked Out Friday, don't be surprised if you receive an email from Nintendo saying that you've been banned, and then when you ask why, they just gonna send a picture of your dick. Be like, damn, how they know it was Freaked Out Friday on fucking Mario Kart, bro? What the fuck? It's crazy because they had the potential to have one of the greatest games. They do. Freaked Out Mario Kart is insane. Naked niggas playing Naked Twister on the fucking Switch too. What is this shit? What did you link? The Diddy trials begin as potential jurors ask if they are familiar with Michael B. Jordan, Kanye West, Kid Cudi. I'm like, I don't care about this shit, bro. I don't care about the Diddy shit. So yeah, that's your updated Nintendo news. Be very careful about what you say. They are monitoring. Bro, so many people gonna get their accounts banned. They gonna get the Diddy Kart. Diddy Kart is crazy. I read this one already. I mean, it's pretty simple. Nintendo's announced that the Final Fantasy Remake trilogy is coming to the Switch too. So if you like Final Fantasy VII Remake as well as Final Fantasy VII, what was the last one? The one with all the mini games. The Intrograde DLC would be the Rebirth. Yeah, Rebirth. It's coming to the Switch too. So if you haven't played them and you want to be able to take them on the go, it is what it is. Why Nintendo care about what we do with our friends? I'm not gonna lie, that's the wrong answer, bro. That's the wrong answer. That's the wrong answer. They're recording. First of all, a lot of these, for those unaware, a lot of these services are recording your voices. I know Call of Duty does it too. They record for safety reasons because keep in mind there are a lot of pedos out there in the world, and Nintendo is a kid-friendly platform.
Sub from Poison Ivy's OnlyFans.
Yo, shout out to LaShant with the sub. Appreciate it. Shout out to LaShant with the sub. You gotta keep in mind Nintendo's a kid-friendly platform, so it's to protect the children, to collect evidence, and it protects them and it protects the children. So for you to ask, why do they care what we do with our friends? I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of a sus answer for you to ask that. I feel like you're a little critical thinking, my boy. Yeah, your phone's recording you right now. When you look at your phone and that little green dot on the top right, that's your phone recording you. It's more live than you think. You said play the sound? Yeah, I don't know about that answer, dude. Yeah, protect the children and all. Freaked out Mario Kart Fridays is not that important. Yeah, we watching your history, dude. Brand new FPS for Metro Exodus co-developer has suddenly dropped on Steam. Laquiria takes place decades in the future, set in and around the future mega city of Nueve, I don't know, I'm a fake Dominican, where the Venezuelan capital is under the control of brutal corporations and armed factions. It also, like Metro, mixes grimy military realism with supernatural influences, setting itself apart from other sci-fi games. Is this, I already read that, Jers. How do I turn off the green dot? You can't. Oh, they got a trailer. It's not good. Let me see. I'll be the judge of that. Bro, be freaked out in that PS4 chat. I'm telling you, playing Naked Twister on a PS4 camera.
Your uncle's pressing the network to sanction an attack on your Los.
Said, what the hell you mean I can't? I think the better question is, why are you just becoming aware of this? You never wonder why you get ads specifically? Like you never wonder why on a Tuesday you mention notebooks, and then on a Wednesday you're getting ads on a website about notebooks? That's your phone listening to you. It literally does. It's not a conspiracy. Like, how I turn this shit off, bro? You can't. Like, just be careful about what you say.
Got a surprise waiting for
That's what data collection is. That's why some people make a big deal about it.
It is very impressive, Senorita Mgasi. We should conduct a proper field test.
At least with that shit, it's not always on. It's like random times. It's usually it's not like always recording you. I notice mostly when you like, let's say you get on Instagram and then you close the app. When you open the Instagram, I'll notice like the dot will pop up, and then you close the app for like 10 seconds after you close it, the dot stays there. That's how they're collecting the info on you. But that's, at least it's not always on. What I will say though is I don't understand why y'all be inviting them Amazon Alexas in y'all house. That shit collect all data on you.
We'll use PMCs to field test them.
The network is abuzz with rumors of new PMC contracts.
Usually when the app has a camera permission. It's crazy. Some of y'all didn't know that in the chat. That's crazy.
What is
it? What? To me? Yes, now you know why some people are big on privacy.
I managed to sign up with the PMC.
The graphics are decent in this.
Nothing pointed to any trouble. It was just a routine mission. It even felt like such a stroke of great luck at the start. But something went wrong along the way.
Crisis 4? It looks like a typical, like, it looks like a 360 shooter. Yeah. A bunch of y'all in the chat said this is trash. This doesn't look trash. It doesn't look anything special, but it doesn't look trash.
Hey, Jackie, when you look at this, we're not the first here.
In support, we're pinned. Alpha team.
Yeah, I ain't playing this shit, but it looks okay. Huh. Advanced Warfare. Yeah, generic, but not trash. Generic and trash are two different things. Dark Souls and Vampire Survivors combined in a new roguelike ARPG, Hordes of Hunger. Does this have a trailer? Hordes of Hunger. Did you hear about the Rival Summer Skins? Dell, I'm not playing Marvel Rivals. Free all my niggas from that game. Now this looks ass. This looks ass. Let's see. Brutal new shooter skillfully combines Half-Life with Rockstar's Manhunt. Does it have a trailer? Somebody in the chat yesterday was asking about Manhunt, and then I saw this headline, so I saved it. Big face. I watched this yesterday. I did. This is goofy. This game is ass. What else I got for you then? Oh, this has nothing to do with gaming, but it's tech related. I got bad news, chat. The Golden Globes will start giving an award to the best podcast of the year. Normally, they only focus on television shows. I already read this one, but they're now adding a best podcast category. Right now, we are in a podcast pandemic. I think the best example recently is Ish from the Joe Budden podcast. I said, it's a joke, but I'm not joking. This nigga's putting a tariff on everything but them podcast mics, man. If you bought a podcast mic in 2020 or beyond, because a lot of niggas picked up podcasts during the fucking COVID. You all need to be tariffed to hell and back. Niggas is sitting on fucking hip hop podcasts pushing eugenics, barbershop pseudoscience, terrible dating advice, anti-vaxxers, just weird shit. And the worst part is they read a couple articles on the dark web and they convince themselves they are correct over the people who are well studied. YouTube videos, video essays, they are not a proper source. That is not what they do when they write papers in college. And this is coming from a college dropout, and I know this. Like, those are not sources you can cite, but niggas sit in the barbershop with they fucking podcast mics. Tariff them goddamn mics. So I wanted to bring this news up just because I said, if you think it's bad now they're awarding people for best podcast, it could potentially get worse. Doesn't mean it will. It depends on how they handle this award. If they really only reward good podcasts that are uplifting positive culture or are entertaining, then it could be a good thing. But if a pseudoscience podcast wins best podcast of the year, it's over for all of us, chat. He said, can we nominate the GI podcast? We not popular enough. We not popular enough. Yo, shout out to Dell with the sub. Appreciate it.
Enter your credit card info, and
I knew it was bad once Joe Rogan got the contract with Spotify.
To let me FaceTime Sonic from your phone, then it's a problem.
These podcasts really got y'all warped in your mind, and instead of going out and living life and experiencing things for yourself and creating narratives for yourself through experience, you're listening to people with a very limited scope on life. Like, I remember the nigga that came in my chat one time and said that he don't date black women because they not freaky enough. I said, nigga, what black women you been dealing with? Let me tell y'all something, bro. Every woman is a freak. You just need to know how to bring it out of her. So if she's not freaky for you, she don't like you. I've never met a woman that wasn't a freak. What the fuck are you talking about? Get the fuck off these podcasts. He said, I pray you banned him. I think I did. That was one of the top 10 dumbest comments. I was like, nah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to push that narrative. He said, this is a cold hat. Work on yourself. Get off these fucking podcasts, man. And the reason it's important to work on yourself, because if you work on yourself, you'll become more conscious about what's going on in the world. You become more educated, and you might not end up like one of these niggas who paid $100 for 3 days early access on Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Yesterday on the other stream, I cooked you. I'm cooking you niggas again. You niggas is back on TikTok again, crying about this fucking dead ass game. So let's get back to the shit on the Sparking Zero community. What they talking about today?
Nigga, we got fucked. Yes, you and me got fucked.
No, you got fucked.
Bandai Namco and whoever else developed that game personally bent us over a table and took our fucking bread. We got fucked. 2 DLCs, no new maps. We're in 2025 and the game doesn't have crossplay. The multiplayer, stale and it's complete shit. I'm tired of fighting these same.
Why are you complaining about that? From day one, they said it wasn't going to have crossplay. So why are you complaining about it? I said from the get-go, I was like, I don't think this game is going to... In 2025 and beyond, if your multiplayer game does not have crossplay, you are at a significant disadvantage. Doesn't mean you're going to fail. No, but it's a higher probability. I think I tagged you in this. Like 5 people tagged me in this video, bro. Shout out to people who be tagging me on TikTok.
Shit, I'm tired of fighting these same fucking characters. Bro, whatever happened to offline content? Like shit to do outside of playing multiplayer. Didn't even fucking try with the fucking story mode. I played 2 missions from the story. I turned that shit off. It's no point. And what the fuck ever happened to games having intros? Like, they just stopped doing.
Which makes sense why a lot of y'all said you didn't think I was able to beat that big ass monkey at the end of the Sand Saga. It's because a lot of you niggas couldn't beat the big ass monkey until some people beat it. Then everybody said they beat it all of a sudden. At least he admitted he ain't beat it.
That too, huh? We got fucked. They should have just made a fucking Xenoverse 3. That's all they had to fucking do.
See, they should have just made a Xenoverse 3. The Hawaiian t-shirt community can't catch a break. They too high off the Hawaiian punch to think straight. They can't fucking think straight, bro. You said this is why I watch reviews. It's fucking Dragon Ball, bro. Like, of course they were gonna do the Sand Saga to the fucking Buu Saga again. Why? Because you're gonna buy it. You're gonna fucking buy it. Deaf to all anime 3D arena fighters, bro. Deaf to them all. I'm sick of these fucking genre, bro. And I'm sick of the anime community. I've been Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Because when I said it, a lot of times I'll give hot takes on my stream, on the podcast. Make sure to follow the podcast, youtube.com/GI updates. I'll give hot takes on my platforms and people will say I'm crazy. And then things will happen that back up what I say. And one of the things I've been arguing on my platforms is a lot of times we give a lot of shit to the Call of Duty 2K Fortnite gamers. But you know who's right there in there with them of dumbasses of the gaming community? Honestly, they might be worse. It's the Hawaiian t-shirt, fruit tang sipping, Hawaiian punch guzzling ass anime community with the fucking Smash Bro hairline. These niggas are some of the worst people in the fucking gaming community. They stink. Their choice of games is terrible. Their vocabulary is limited. You people need to be fucking quiet and stop talking about me. I'm never gonna forgive the nigga who told me I wasn't intelligent enough to handle Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. You know, it's pretty hard to offend me. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty hard to offend me. But I remember reading that shit, and then niggas trying to say I was overreacting. I was like, this nigga called me a fucking ape during the tutorial of fucking Dragon Ball Spark. What do you mean you don't think I can mentally handle a game where you press square, 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 circle? That's the combo. Nigga, fuck you. What the fuck is wrong with you people? You applesauce eating primates. I don't want to hear that shit. So my new mission and my new agenda is anytime I find Dragon Ball sparking slander, I am going to send you niggas to all 9 circles of the hell because you should have listened. Shut the fuck up. And when the next Arena of 3D Fighter come out, you niggas go buy it and shut the fuck up. Don't come over here to this side of the internet where we really play games and try to join the conversation. A 3D Arena Fighter will never be part of the Game of the Year conversation. Let me repeat that. A 3D Arena Brawler will never be part of the Game of the Year conversation. Take your little 5 out of 10 and go fuck yourself. All right, let's get on the game.